Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen and channel. So today I'm going to show you a quick super simple version of korma chicken. I'm going to be using this brand. It's a Kashmiri style coconut korma simmer sauce, and it will go great to make this korma chicken. This is what the sauce will look like if you look at the bottom of the pack. So it's a rich creamy sauce, and it's a special blend with aromatic spices and herbs. It also has coconut milk in it, which will give it that flavor, that coconut flavor. So here I have some onions diced, some pimento peppers diced, and some celery diced. You can use cilantro if you want. It will give it a better flavor, but everything is already in the mix in the pack. So the onions are optional as well too. You just have to simply saute up your chicken and add the sauce to it. But I'm adding a little Trini twist because I want to saute some onions in that oil. And I have this chicken is seasoned with my regular green seasoning that I have already up in the channel. So let's get cooking. So in my hot pot that I have here, I will add my oil, and that chicken has to saute to get to a nice golden brown color. As I said, my chicken is already seasoned with that salt, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of black pepper, and 1.5 tablespoons of my green seasoning, and just give it a swirl. The pot is already hot, so the oil will not take long to heat up. And this is chicken breast pieces that I'm using to do this dish today. I just want it with the pure meat. I don't want any bones to it. You can use a cut up chicken if you want. Have your heat on high and let this come up to temperature because the chicken is cold. You can see about your chicken and season it up. Wash it, clean it, cut it up, season it, and put it in the fridge to marinate overnight. That's what I did for that flavor from that seasoning to get in. And this is what my regular green seasoning would look like. I would leave that link in the description box. Everybody have their own ways in preparing their green seasoning, so whatever green seasoning you use, that will be your base because it will be to your taste and your likings. So let this start to fry up and I'll show you the next step. So we're just going to cover it, let it start to cook. It has to cook properly before adding in that sauce. So the chicken will let out some water, liquid. You can remove the cover when that happens and just leave it to cook down, to dry down. Give it a turn. And you can smell that chicken, how it's smelling just like this by itself because of how it's seasoned. It's well seasoned, so let it cook. I'll show you the next step. So most of the liquid has dried out. You do not want to completely dry it out because after you add your sauce to this pot, you're going to have to let it cook for 5 to 7 minutes. But once you hear that crickling at the bottom of the pot and you see that bubble, you know the water is dried out. This is just the oils from the chicken, and this is where we will add our sauce. So the chicken will remain moist and the sauce smells amazing. Let me see if I can cut the a little wide so you guys can see it. This is what the sauce will look like when, okay, so you see it has a lot of that coconut milk, that turmeric, and a lot of flavorings in it. Do not waste none. Get as much out as possible. And if you want to substitute the chicken and use tofu or the paneer, you can do that. It will taste good. And we're going to give this a mix, and you're going to lower down your heat on low at this point and just let it simmer for 5 to 7 minutes, and your chicken will be finished. We will just garnish it with some celeries, or as I said, you can use cilantro and some pimento pepper just for the color on top. And I'm just going to cut one tomato or tomato and just put it for garnishing to the top, and it's ready to serve after that. This can be eaten with rotis, naans, paratha with Trini paratha roti, or even sada roti, but it's best served with basmati rice, plain white basmati rice, or you can use biryani rice also using the basmati rice. So it's your preference what you want to have it with. So I'm just going to cover it back, let that sauce heat up, and flavor of that chicken. I will show you the final step. I will add my biryani rice, a little piece of video to it, and I will leave that recipe in a separate video because I don't want to attach it with the meat and then somebody wants to use the biryani rice just like that. So going in to check it. Smells amazing. It smells like an Indian restaurant. For those who know about Indian authentic food, they will know exactly how this will be smelling and will be tasting. And as I said, it's a very simple, fast, quick, easy version of it. And lastly, just to sprinkle a little bit of that celery and some of that pimento pepper. Not much, because you don't want to take away the flavor from that sauce. And that's all there is to it. I'm turning off my stove. Let me give you that closer look. I'm not going to turn it up yet. I'm going to cover it back, and when I'm ready to serve, then I will just give it a toss and serve. But I'm leaving it as is. You don't want to put too much of seasoning when you start up cooking it, because you don't want to take away that flavor, that authentic Kashmiri korma style chicken from the seasoning in the pack. Okay, you want it as original as it can be. And that's it, guys. It smells really, really good. Can't wait to eat. Kashmiri is a place, it's contemplated between India and Pakistan, but to me it's mostly in Pakistan. So it's a Pakistani dish. You get it a lot in India to eat, you get it in Pakistan to eat. And as I said, I'll attach a little clip of the biryani rice video, but it's usually served with a plain basmati rice. I'm just giving it a little spice today to go with this. I'm also going to be sauteing up some vegetables, one like to serve at the side, some veggies. So I'll show you everything, what it looks like when it's finished.